Hi everyone, I'm Megan.
Hi, I'm Juanita.
Hi, this is Ann.
Hi, this is Nathan.
Hi, I'm Ruben.
The agenda for today's presentation will consist of our team's case study, which focuses on the valuation and modeling of mergers and acquisition, M&A. The case study 7.1, Hewlett-Packard, HP outbid Dell Computer to acquire 3PAR. We will present brief background information on the parties involved. We identified three key concepts, which are Hewlett-Packard wins the bid for 3PARs, the growing technology of the 3PAR software, and the impact of HP due to the recession. We will elaborate on the key course concept on mergers and acquisition. We also looked into research that utilizes transformational leadership to positively impact post-acquisition performance of companies. Our particular case study looks at the company's desire to invest and grow new technologies through M&A valuation. Further review of these concepts and a case study question is presented for further class discussion.
So, for some brief background information on the three organizations that are covered in our case study, HP Hewlett Packard is a tech company that was founded in 1939 by two electrical engineers, Bill Hewitt and David Packard. HP provides such products like laptops, computers, desktops, printers, and more. Their headquarters are in Palo Alto, California. Dell Computer focuses on personal computer as a manufacturer. They design and develop certain customized upgrades for PCs, and they were founded in 1984 by Michael Dell, and their headquarters are in Round Rock, Texas. 3PAR is a high-end storage solutions data management company that uses an internet-based computing environments, like think cloud computing. So cloud computing at this time is a really high growth area, and the costs are generally lower for customers with a faster turnaround time for rolling out new software updates. An example of some of their biggest customers at 3PAR include Pier 1 Imports, Credit Suisse, and the Justice Department. By 2010, 3PAR actually grew its annual revenue by 65% in a 2-year period, and they're located in Fremont, California.
Just as Anne mentioned with the background to the companies involved in this case study, cloud storage has become a booming software. As technology continues to expand, companies must stay apprised of such changes in order to remain competitive in the marketplace. This brings us to our first key concept of HP winning the bid for 3PAR software, allowing them to incorporate cloud technology and essentially being able to provide for data storage in remote locations. In order to understand the significance of the win in this bidding war between both HP and Dell, one must first understand what the cloud is and what it represents. The cloud, often viewed as a literal cloud symbol to the everyday consumer in applications and online, is a technology of distributed data processing in which some scalable information resources and capacities are provided as a service to multiple external customers through internet technology. Cloud computing is essentially comprised of three categories: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. 3PAR's significance to the cloud industry proved valuable to companies like HP and Dell as attempts to increase both revenue and growth. HP initially bid at $30 a share, while Dell offered $32. Considering the valuation of 3PAR and the projected longevity the company could provide, HP knew it had to step up its game in their offer. The acquisition of such a fast-growing technology provider would assist them in securing their own place as an industry leader. They used this momentum and upped their bid to $33 per share, thus winning the bidding war against Dell by a single dollar. This brought the final valuation of 3PAR to $2.1 billion, which nearly doubled Dell's original valuation. For HP's consumers, vendors, and alliances, you can see how winning this bid grants them the opportunity to begin advancing in the marketplace over their competitors. Just as the pamphlet states, value is created for shareholders when firms invest in capital that generates future cash flows at financial returns exceeding their cost of capital.
This is key concept number 2. With the growing technology, 3PAR software grew exponentially. HP acquired $115 billion in annual revenues and $7.7 billion in net income. However, this increase did not last long when the global recession hit in 2009. This is key concept number 3. After a loss from the recession, HP is working more towards a recovery and maintenance mode of operation in order to maintain stability and promote growth with their technology.
The basic key course concept driving the deal between HP and 3PAR is mergers and acquisitions. A merger, as I understand it, it is the consolidation of two organizations into one single entity, where an acquisition is purchase of one organization by another where the buyer or the acquirer maintains control. According to Susan Cartwright, the objective of all mergers and acquisitions is to achieve synergy of what is commonly described as 2 + 2 = 5 effect, meaning when two companies join, they achieve more success than if they work separately. My research, I found several reports on the activity around mergers and acquisitions around the globe. To my surprise, there are lots of mergers and acquisitions happening all over the world. In review of the class textbook, Mergers and Acquisitions and Other Restructuring Activities, it has some interesting information on the subject. For example, it writes about the reason for mergers and acquisitions. It also refers to merger and acquisition waves. It even titles the waves with the first wave happening from 1897 to 1904, known as the horizontal consolidations, and the last wave or sixth wave from 2003 to 2007, known as the rebirth of leverage. In wanting to gain an understanding on the level of activity around mergers and acquisitions, I searched the internet and found a report published by William & Hale, a law firm specializing on mergers and acquisitions. According to them, in 2017, there were 53,854 transactions completed and represented a 10% drop from 2016. The average deal was $60.6 million. Total dollars exchanged worldwide amounted to $1.9 trillion. As you can see, there are lots of mergers and acquisitions taking place around the world year after year. The question is, how successful are these mergers and acquisitions in meeting their goals? At least according to Mike Schrader, a scholar on the subject, his research concluded that 55 to 70% of mergers and acquisitions fail. Another expert, Susan Cartwright, said that cultural incompatibility is being widely reported as a cause for merger performance. She goes on to state that there are many established models for assessing the financial health and strategic fit of a potential acquisition, but the criteria to assess the likely cultural fit between two organizations are vague or unelaborated. In other words, the leadership teams are doing their due diligence when it comes to assessing the economic benefits, but are failing to look at the potential cultural clash during the integration process. But on a positive note, some mergers and acquisitions did find success. These successful combinations present opportunities to integrate and create stronger new cultures. In addition, it presents incredible learning opportunities, allowing the constituents to become much more dynamic in newly formed organizations. In other words, they take the best and create a new, better organization. Thank you.
So since mergers and acquisitions are really essential to a company's ability to obtain growth, gain access to new markets, and diversify their activities, it's an essential part of developing these relationships. However, some companies still struggle with their ability to obtain that success in the final transaction. So companies still struggle due to the fact that mergers and acquisitions are really a complex organizational event, both for management as well as their employees. The transactions of mergers and acquisitions can really be traumatic, and therefore we looked further into the impact that transformational leadership has on post-acquisition performance for organizations. And with this pending uncertainty, it's really essential that a leader takes charge, provides that necessary support and assistance to their employees, and positively impacts the organization post the acquisition deal. So Savoyvic proposes the utilization of transformational leadership to better facilitate the post-acquisition performance for an acquired company. And most of us who are studying leadership as part of our program are familiar with this theory. However, transformational leaders motivate others, set clear goals, they have high standards of performance and expectations, are fair and honest in their own work and appreciate others who do the same. They also appreciate others on the team through positivity and encouragement and promote others to look beyond themselves to perform to the best of their abilities.
For our case study question posted on page 279, we have selected question number 2. Why is it appropriate to utilize at least a 10-year annual time horizon before estimating a terminal value in valuing firms such as 3PAR? We look forward to seeing our discussion on the online classroom forum.
I really want to thank you all for taking the time to watch our case presentation video, and wanted to close with this final quote from Philip Green. Good, bad, or indifferent, if you're not investing in new technology, you're going to be left behind. Thank you all again.